This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Another day without Sean McManus. But we just battle on.
Classic Nathan and Nat back in the day.
It is like a throwback, isn't it?
Back in the day when it was no more than 2 ads in a row.
Oh,
remember that?
memories.
No, but quickly realised we can't sustain that.
Yeah,
now I wear a sandwich board on my free time out by the Narrows saying, listen to us. I'm not joking.
Because we've got manners.
Yeah. How do you think Sean's going?
Well, I think that his whole weekend of partying and watching junior football caught up with him.
Oh, so you're saying that traditionally when someone is sick, for them to rest to get better, so they're right for work. That's.
I'm just saying, if you're sick on the Friday,
route to go.
that maybe you need to rest up on the weekend, so you're good for the Monday.
That's crazy.
And now he's
just saying on the TV then, the haircut that Chris Hemsworth gave his children while Elsa's away. She's over in Spain promoting a TV show, so you got the Clippers, and he's just massacred those children. But remember back then in the day, you didn't care that it was massacring you.
And also they're rich, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what their hair looks like.
Their Hemsworth genes
They're just
well.
so rich.
Bloody attractive family.
On today's show, we talked to people that told a lie, but then they had to sustain and perpetuate that lie. You're going to hear from a girl called Sophie, who her lies changed her life. It's extraordinary.
Somebody that lies and then has to perpetuate that for ages is politicians. So we have one of the best on today, Peter Dutton, live in the studio.
And if you look for sporting knowledge, you look to us in Sean's absence. We give a very in-depth report from Paris.
Some would say too in-depth, like they're drowning.
Nathan. My world's amazing.
Nat.
It's not crazy.
And Sean.
No, that's definitely not crazy.
It's 6:04. Nathan, Nat and Sean. No Shorty Mac again today. Obviously, he's got a football match somewhere to watch.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing today. Wonder where he's out and about. As we know, we've learnt that even Sean's sick, he goes out more than me healthy.
We learned that yesterday. If you missed that, it was right at the end of the show. Check out our daily podcast because it's pretty funny. People all over town had spotted him out and about.
It's like, where's Wally? Play where's Sean, it's easier.
Yeah, because he's everywhere. Everywhere. It's amazing. On the show today, Peter Dutton.
Yes, Peter Dutton's going to be in the studio live with us. The Dutt Man.
The Dutt Man.
Pretty exciting. Got heaps of Dutty questions to ask him. We're getting our Dutt on.
Nuclear power, etc.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Tell us why it's so good. And why I want one in my backyard.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what? 3 arms would be really helpful.
He has said, though, Nathan, it's not going to be Kalgoorlie.
Well, to be honest, Kalgoorlie's got the space. And I'm going to be honest. I mean, like, there'd be a giant pit in the ground somewhere. You could just whack it in there.
Whistling.
Oh.
Talk about the life of a professional whistler.
As you know, for years...
Challenging.
For years, I've shone.
You've prided yourself on your whistling ability.
And then suddenly, I don't know what's happened, Natalie. I have cat's bum disease, which after you eat a lot of salt and vinegar chips.
Yeah.
When your lips all crinkle together.
Well, that without the salt and vinegar chips,
and it seemed to have been catching because both myself and T, who said, hey, I'm a good whistler, both of us went into the recording studio yesterday because we thought...
To lay down some whistling tracks.
Because it's been so hard to do it live, to lay down some tracks. I just listened to some back and I was like, I don't even know what that was, and I was there.
Anyway, if you can recognise the tune that they're whistling, then
I can't.
There's $1,000 and tickets to Frothtown up for grabs, which is awesome.
It was a lot.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Tell Natalie about what happened yesterday with our whistling.
It was a very humbling experience.
It was.
Because you backed yourself in, thought yourself you're a good whistler.
It was on her CV when she went for this job.
That's the only thing that got her the job.
Yeah. And I went in there and it was not happening.
It was like everything went dry internally.
My mouth, it was like cotton mouth.
Yes, and we weren't even performing. We were laying down a track on an album.
And we were trying different techniques. We were trying to throw our head back.
Yes, we were whistling into the air.
Yeah, we looked like idiots.
Wolves.
But
it was a lot. In your radio career, which has been for how many years now?
Probably, this will be like the 4th year,
The 4th year?
Yeah.
Have you come across a challenge like this?
No, it's been pretty hard, but, we're going to push through.
I mean, stay strong.
Yeah.
You'll hear that when we play
gee, it sounds terrible.
Wet Your Whistle later this morning.
I
haven't listened to it for a reason.
Harry was playing it, and Harry was going, I'm playing it, and I don't know what it is. And I said, I was there, and I don't know what it is.
I'm in no position to criticise because I can't whistle, even when totally relaxed and on my own.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Look, we gave it a red hot crack.
You did. You little Aussie battlers.
Yeah, after today, only 3 more days to go. Oh, my God.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Always get excited when something's happening in the local hood.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
You know, I live near Morley, as you know. Spoken about my recent trips to the Galleria.
To go to the one shop that's still there. Nice.
I slagged off the Galleria talking about how, you know, it needs to get an upgrade, and then one of our callers saw me there shopping the next day.
It needs to get an upgrade, but I'll still go.
I said, no, everyone here knows it's crap, but we all shop here. Anyway, there's a local news agency. It is the Bishop Street News Agency, which has sold its 3rd Division 1 winning ticket in Lotto this year.
Great effort.
And that's in Morley. So excited. Amy, you're in Morley. Amy lives in Appleton. Are you excited, Amy? Isn't it exciting?
Yeah.
I know.
Do you feel like they've used up all their luck?
Don't know, or they just could be building on their luck.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
there's a $30 million Powerball this week, so it's like, do we need to make that journey?
We are hitting Bishop Street. Tina and Tam are the owners.
Oh, that's
Tim
cute.
Tam, Tina Tams. And their son Peter works there as well. So they said their secret, because I asked what's the secret, and they said, it's just like...
It's like...
basically, Peter goes, just a fluke.
It's a numbers game, let's face it.
Yeah. So this is the thing. One of the previous winners of the first division was a syndicate that I think won $1 million. Yep.
Yes.
So
divided between a bunch of people, yeah.
So one person was winning, just under $200,000 share of that. That person, after the lotto draw, realised that she had a ticket. She didn't know how much she won, but she thought, oh, wait there, I've got a winning ticket. She's called them in tears saying, I've lost my ticket. And they're going, well, hold on.
How did she know that hers was the winning one?
I don't know. She must have her numbers written down or something like that. Yeah, some people copy their tickets.
Sure.
Anyway. But so she's rang them crying, and she says, I lost my ticket. I don't know where it is. So 2 hours go by after the first call. She calls us again, he says. She's in tears. She can't believe that she lost her ticket. And that's when we tell her, you have to come to the shop quick, because at the same time, a customer has found a ticket on the floor with her name on it, which she must have written on there.
How long had it been there then?
Don't know. She must have just got it before the draw. And that ticket was worth $198,000.
Wow. Just dropped it on the floor.
The customer picked it up and handed it in, and she got her winning ticket, and she got her money.
So there's a lot here, because that person has picked up something off the floor
worth
$200,000 and didn't even check it. They didn't even go, I'm just going to put that through the machine.
Up a lotto,
that's right there, and the machine that scans it is right there.
They're going, oh, wait there, I found a lotto ticket here.
Or not even. I'm just checking my ticket.
No, but that's what they did. I found a lotto ticket here. With $200,000, that person, you would have to give them some money.
Oh, you would think.
What would you give that person? Because without them...
Oh, at least $20.
Harry, what would you give that person?
Depend if they were hot or not.
What would you give that person?
If they're hot, like 100.
I'm with Nat. Around $15 to $20.
God, you two are assholes. Amy, Amy, they don't live in our area. They don't know the community that we have.
Amy's giving them $5.
I was going to say $2 scratchy.
Amy gives them $5, pushes them away and says, get away from my children.
Amy's got a new kitchen to pay for.
What would you?
I don't know, a couple of hundred?
Yeah.
No!
$100. Couple of hundred.
I would give that person at least $10,000.
No, you're not giving them 20,000.
Without them, my ticket's gone. Without them picking it up and being honest, and my ticket's done. Are you serious?
Maybe
are you both?
Are you all
serious?
Exactly.
Well, in the area, a bottle of bourbon would go down nicely.
No, your community know what they want.
My favourite thing, and I want to pop into Bishop Street, is there one of those stores which has everything in there. So
it's a newsagent / gift shop.
It's got tools.
Oh, great.
It's got souvenirs. They reckon, the biggest incense collection in Perth.
Well, that's nothing to boast about, is it?
And they sell live fish. Remember that little lotto place on the end of my street that I used to go to, and then they shut down? That guy would just sell his stuff that he wasn't using around his house. One day I went in there, and then he put it all in the corner. There was a exercise bike which looked like it had been left out in the rain, so it was rusted.
So they picked it up,
and that was $30. And then he had his old fish tank, and I said, "Where's this because you can see there was like old green moss stuff on the fish tank.
You can tell it's not new.
Where'd you get this fish tank? He goes, oh, it's mine. I don't use it anymore. I'm selling it. I went, what are you talking about? Right next to the Archie Digest comics, it was, which were
Everything's
brown.
got its place on the shelf.
So funny. Anyway, Bishop
super cute.
Street News Agency.
There you go. 3 winners this year.
Hey,
Make
we're going to
of it
make
what
it
you
4.
will.
Amy, you getting your ticket there? Yeah?
We'll go
five.
halves.
5?
We'll go halves.
5 winners. 5 winners.
Okay. All right. It's been nice working with you.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Going to the time of the morning when Natalie gets her breakfast.
Yes.
And I never want to eat in the morning, but when I smell food, I think, like, it's on. And I'd like to eat.
By breakfast, I have last night's leftovers.
Yeah,
so
fine.
tonight it's some like chili con with a little bit of Mexican rice.
Anyway, so then I always say to Natalie, share it around. But, she
And I
can't
say
because...
no.
You know what she does? She puts in something that I don't like.
On purpose.
Beans.
There
What
are
is that?
beans
Kidney
in-
beans? Stupid
There are
old
kidney beans in that
beans.
chili. Yes, indeed.
So then I said, Natalie, she knows that is the way for me not to
that's why I
get
put them in there.
involved. That 3-bean medley, just
Avocado.
beans. But I want to talk to Sam, who's
Sam, get over
filming
there,
right
the
now.
microphone.
Because then Sam brought up 3-bean medley. Because 3-bean medley was one of those things that was in the Big Brother house as a staple.
Yeah.
So you always had access to it. But
It puts me off because the liquid in it always seemed like saliva
it
to
is
me.
slaggy.
Yeah.
It's so slaggy. You've got a history with 3-bean
A hilarious
medley.
3-bean mix story.
So they have these like tiny little cans. I'll say when I was at my skinniest, all I would eat was a tin of tuna and these tiny 3-bean medley. And I'd crawl to dinner, and almost fainting.
Would you look forward to your 3-bean medley?
No, I hated it.
I don't think anyone
it was
enjoys
a punishment.
No.
It was a punishment.
Nobody goes, you know what?
No one out there
Gonna treat myself today and
one
have
of my
some 3-bean
favourite
mix.
things is a can of 3-bean medley. And if that is, that ain't living.
Yeah, get out.
That ain't living.
Get out. There's more to see. Yeah.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We've got a special guest.
Peter.
Everyone. Peter.
This is your new campaign song, I
This is it.
believe. Peter Dutton, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you, guys. You put a lot of work into that
Didn't
intro.
we?
Well done. Thank you.
Ripped it
There's
straight
A lot
off
of
the
market
internet.
research.
Yeah.
It was
We're like,
professionally
his name's
compiled. Well
Peter.
done.
Well,
We know
I
what
think
to
that
do.
you need a jingle, and
Yeah.
I think this is it.
Okay, well, I think it's a working jingle.
Yeah.
I'll put it that way. So, thank you.
So you know who got teased with? We just threw out there P-Dut. Do you like P-Dut?
Yeah, I'm happy with Peter.
P-Dut. No, P-Dut.
P-Dut, Dutto, Duts. I sort of get all of that.
The
Dutty,
Dut.
dut, dut, dut,
And
you know.
a lot worse than that as well. So that's all right.
I was just saying to you beforehand, I forget when you walk in because you've got a powerful presence, Peter Dutton, and a powerful look, but you're a very gentle man. You've got a very gentle, I feel like you could be holding a basket of kittens.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Thank you. That could be part of the jingle.
Yeah, there you go.
What, you dancing to that song with the basket of kittens?
That's right.
That'll get you over the line.
I mean, are you in the market for a new marketing guy? Because I think we just filled the
He's in.
role.
He's in.
At least we know that would float on TikTok. That'll be all right.
That's true. Now,
Yeah.
you've been in WA for a few days now, but you did go out to Nathan's hometown, Kalgoorlie. How did you find that?
I thought it was. There were about 2,700 people there for the forum, and there was just a vibe. Like it was fantastic. Actually, I really enjoyed it. They were talking about you as the most famous
Were they?
Were they?
former resident of the town.
Wow, they must have been rallying.
Did you see the statue to him? Obviously,
Right
yeah.
next to Paddy Hammond.
Partly constructed. That was good actually. There's just that. Like such a can-do nature, and they're obviously frustrated by a lot of the processes they've got to go through and how much money it costs to get a mine open and get people employed and the rest of it. But when they're operating, like it's a pretty impressive arrangement. So it was good.
I've had friends that gone there to teach, and because you do your country teaching,
Yes.
and you do a couple of years of that, but it sticks you like glue. Some people become lifers after that. They just go there and they just think it's amazing.
And you can see how that's the case, right? You know, you get away from the city, away from the traffic. If you're, into, I don't know, camping and, four-wheel driving and
And you don't
just
mind
getting
driving
away from
400
it.
k's to the beach,
Yeah,
which is
that's
the
right.
nearest beach, but it's a beautiful beach, so
There
it's
is
worth
something
it.
beautiful about moving into a town where you can count on your hands how many traffic lights there are.
Yeah, no, yeah.
There's something about
Yeah.
that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe you live longer.
And also the other thing is it's got a rich sporting culture. You know,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of AFL players and
Steen Camp.
netball players and that have come out of
Lucy
Kalgoorlie.
Lawless worked in the mines for a
There
while.
we
That
go.
was Zena.
That's
Yeah, well,
Warrior woman, whatever it is.
and you worked at the
Surf Shack.
surf Surf Shack.
Yes.
Big business in Kalgoorlie.
Big
surf
business.
Store. You must have been a great salesman.
I was really good. You know what? Right now, 15 minutes of you've been decked out in a fanny pack, and a corduroy billabong hat, and a bad boy's muscle tee.
Some Oakley frog skins all the way.
Those images you don't need.
Some Reef sandals on your feet.
So you were telling us you did go shopping in Kalgoorlie, though?
Well, one of my staff went to pick me up some gym clothes. My wife was over here for a few days as well, and she went home yesterday and packed everything into the suitcase. And
she's like, you're fine enough, you don't need to do any more exercise.
Exactly, you're ripped enough, as you can tell. But I went to go to the gym yesterday afternoon and no gym clothes. So the day before yesterday, and so anyway, Nari went out and got some new gym gear. I was off there this morning, and it was good, actually. I think exercise in the morning, although it's a pain in the neck, especially if it's cold or whatever else. Tough for you guys because you're up early anyway, but I do think it's a great start to the day.
I have to tell you, Peter Dutton, I agree that seems like a great concept, but I could think of nothing worse than getting up and doing exercise and then having to go to work.
Yeah.
That, to me, blows my mind.
Like, we see
but so you're
people...
skinny already. You guys are skinny already.
We see people jogging in the morning as we're driving to work, and it's like, what are you doing?
That's hardcore.
You do know in Kalgoorlie, though, there's that lotto agency that sold all those like the $50 million.
Yeah, they sold
$50 million
massive.
syndicate, and they did it a few times, and there's one in Boulder as well. Off the back of that, do you play lotto?
I take an occasional Powerball if it's like if it's a big jackpot.
So you only want to win a lot of money. You don't want to trifle yourself with the smaller.
I'm just not disciplined enough to sort of put it in each week or
sure.
So
me too. I only do the big ones, which of course is what everyone else does.
Like when it's advertised, you think actually I'll do that. But no, I don't sort of do it on a regular basis.
Do you personally go in there and get your slip pick?
No, I do it on the. I used to
on the app,
but I do it on the app.
Okay, next question.
Yes.
If you were to win lotto, right? So what is that? 30 million?
Yes, 30 million on Thursday.
If you were to win 30 million, what do we do next? Does Peter Dutton come out and say, I won 30 million? Do you try and hide it? Because, it's a normal situation.
Do you stay in politics or do you retire to a beach house?
I think you stay in politics. But,
really? You've got $30 million in your pocket?
30 mil, yeah, but...
I mean, who are you, Malcolm Turnbull?
I wish it were true. I mean, you'd have to think hard about it, I've got to say. I think you help family and friends and... I mean, we all give a fair bit of money to charity each year anyway, so lots of causes. I do a lot of work with the Salvos, and I've been the chair of the local Salvation Army Red Shield Appeal for about 20-odd years, and the stories are heartbreaking, the young kids, people living in cars, all those sort of things. So I think there's lots of things that you could help with. You'd set your kids up forever.
So you tell people, you'd let everyone know that you won lotto?
I think I would have to declare it somehow. I think.
Would you?
I think so.
I don't think you do, because you're a private citizen as well.
Yeah.
And it's a win. It's not like you.
Because when I go for there's the MS Home Lottery here, and I put my mum's name on it because I think that if people saw that I won it, they go, you've got enough.
Yeah.
But if we see that your mum won it, we'll know it was you.
Oh, yeah, she'll merely just be the prop in the window.
Exactly.
She won't even be allowed to visit.
I just feel it's a bridge we should cross at the time.
Well, I'm happy to have this discussion.
Yeah, sure. It's great to think about.
We do like to, just go through all the possibilities, of course.
I do have a politics question, right? So
this will be good.
No, but it is. And I asked Elbow this before, and I don't really got the straight answer because, he says we've got all these things in place. But the main thing, and the main reason why you may become Prime Minister, is because of the fact that people are so burdened with the cost of living. There is nowhere to turn, and this is coming from every sector. And I pose this to Elbow and go, what's happening with this? And he goes, we're getting these processes in place, but as a general consensus, no one can feel it, because when something goes down, something else, 10 other things go up. I keep calling it the head of Hydra. So my question is, has the horse bolted? If you get in power, are you actually going to be able to do something about this? We've seen the supermarket inquiry.
Yes.
And we know now that both the major supermarkets are ripping us off. Nothing's happened. Nothing's happened from that. The prices haven't come down. So Elbow's saying that he's put these things in place, but as a general consensus, everything is so expensive. Is everything going to come cheaper under your leadership if you get a chance?
And how can you guarantee that?
Put the politics aside, honestly.
So a serious question. I think there are three reasons why we've got inflation as a problem at the moment. One is we've got just too much money being spent by the government, so they've spent about an extra $315 billion. Now, that money goes into the economy, it drives up the cost of goods and services, and that increases inflation. Second one is just the energy policy, so pretending that wind and solar is free when it's not. It's the reason that your power bills have gone up, and that has an impact when you go to the supermarket, because it's not just your power bill or gas bill that's gone up, it's the farmer and it's the cold storage, and ultimately they have to pass it on.
Everybody in the chain.
Exactly. And the third one is just migration, in terms of bringing in about 900,000 people in the 2-year period that we've had. We've only built 265,000 homes, so it's contributed to the housing crisis that we've got as well.
But we need those people to build the houses as well.
Of course.
So that's a difficult cycle.
And we've said, so migration's a great thing for our country, but you've just got to have it done in a sensible, managed way.
Look at the numbers.
And so our part of that policy is to make sure that you prioritise people with trade skills to come in. We've got an ageing workforce. The builders are finding it tough to find apprentices, etc. But I think they're the three things that have contributed. When you have a look at Canada at the moment, interest rates are coming down. In the UK, in the United States, I hope that they come down soon here. But the Reserve Bank governor says, well, there's a homegrown inflation problem here, which is not the case in Canada, the UK and the US. So rates may not come down as quickly here as we would want. So it's not going to be fixed overnight. I think that's the honest answer to it. But you've got to be able to manage the economy well, and I think we've got a good track record in that. I used to be the Assistant Treasurer with Peter Costello, and we've got to get the economy pumping again.
Well, let's talk about one of your solutions that you have touted, which is, of course, nuclear power. Now, it's an expensive option, right? And you haven't really told us how much it's definitely going to cost.
Is it more than $100?
It's safe to say it's more than $100.
Is the cost of setting it up, if it's even possible to do that, to do what you're saying, what you're proposing, is that not going to be? It's going to have to be offset somehow, and that you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, look, I think it's one of the most important debates for our country. 18 to 34-year-olds, 65% of them support nuclear power because they know...
In principle, but the reality of actually being able to build it here.
And that's from what we know from The Simpsons.
And the cost of it, because of the size of our country and the fact that our population is relatively spread apart compared to other countries where it is successfully implemented.
Well, yeah. So, I mean, there are a few reasons why it makes sense. One is for emissions reductions. We've got to decarbonise, and we're not just talking about nuclear. It's renewables as well, and it's how we firm up the renewables. I mean, this morning, the sun's out, but just there's a bit of wind blowing, but we've had a wind drought in parts of Australia over the last 12 months. So if you haven't got that reliable power, you can't keep cold rooms running and hospitals running, and manufacturers and smelters and the big employers that use the energy need reliable, cheaper power. So once coal goes out of the system, and 90% of it goes out by 2034, what firms up, what gives you that 24/7 full-time power to support the part-time power of renewables? Well, if it's not coal, it's going to be gas. There's a lot of gas required, and we need to do a lot more in discovering those fields and bringing gas into the system, because more gas will bring the prices down in the short run. But then if you don't like the scenario of, say, green hydrogen, which now looks less and less likely to be rolled out, what's left? And for 19 of the 20 biggest countries in the world, it's nuclear. And I think for Australia as well, when you look at it, just objectively and without, I don't care for one energy source or the other. I just want it to be reliable. I want it to be cheaper, because we've got an abundance of natural resources. It should be cheaper, and we've got to reduce our emissions. And it ticks
but we
all
have
of those
to be able
boxes.
to afford to build it in the first place.
Yeah, but have a look at what is happening with Snowy Hydro 2.0. I mean, you're talking potentially tens of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So there's a huge upfront capital cost for any of these technologies. There is a cost for nuclear, but the thing with nuclear is that you can amortise or spread the cost out over 60 years, which is the life of the reactor. If you have a look at wind and solar, it's about 15 to 20 years, and then you've got to take them out, put them into landfill, and replace them again. All the mining and the minerals that go into the solar panels or into the wind turbines, all of that has an environmental impact as well. And Bill Gates has this great saying of, let's maximise the yield of energy out of every square metre of impact on the environment. And that makes sense to me. And for a small modular reactor, the latest technology, you need about 2 hectares. You need about 10,000 acres or 4,000 hectares roughly of solar panels to achieve the same energy yield or offtake from that site. So it's a complicated debate, but I just think when you look at other countries, in Ontario in Canada, in France. I mean, we're all glued to the TV at the moment for the Olympics. About 70% of their power in Paris comes from nuclear, and they're paying a fraction of the electricity costs that we are here.
I've got an idea to solve that. I mean, so here in Australia, and we know currently, everyone's so fitspo. It's all about getting fit. So we have an abundance of people going to gyms, but yet people can't afford the gyms because of cost of living. What if we have free gyms from the government that have exercise bikes connected to
pedal power,
the pedal power, and literally,
because there are people on these bikes already, and it's not really generating electricity. What a wasted opportunity!
So the children, we introduce something at school that each year
Spin
pedals
class
for an hour. And then that's it. That's their phys ed. And then we just pedal Australia into power. Peter Dutton comments.
I just feel...
Why isn't he writing it down?
I don't know. It's ridiculous.
I feel that Elbo's about to take this up, and that makes me really worried. So, has he been here before me?
It's a win-win.
Have you pitched this before?
This is a fresh...
This sounds like an Elbow idea.
I literally... Natalie, you've not heard this idea before. This is fresh for the Peter.
Okay, well...
What are we thinking?
I think, we've given it due consideration and thought, and no, we're not going to do that.
I didn't see you meet with a committee or anything. It's strange.
I think the lights are going out with that model, but
Natalie,
it's a good idea. It's a good pitch.
It's the simplest ideas that they don't go for.
No, I know, it's that. That's a problem solving on many different fronts. The children get fitter.
Right, but don't worry, if you don't like the Australian children, that's fine.
We're out of time, Peter Dutton, but thank you so much
guys
for
very much.
joining us.
Appreciate it.
We know you're off back to Canberra tonight, or
back
Sydney?
to Brisbane, actually.
Okay, right.
Tonight, yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for visiting.
Look forward to coming back soon. Thank you.
I'm sure. It's Peter. Oh, there's this song.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Now, I don't think you're aware of this. A bet was placed the other day in this studio. Amy was there for the birth of this bet. This is Harry will not stop banging on about a certain show.
Oh, yeah.
The Rookie.
He will not stop banging on about The Rookie. And it's a hate-watching situation that's turning into a bit of admiration.
I think it's just love.
No, it's complicated.
It's like when you know something's bad for you, but you do it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
And you know,
food.
it's the plots are terrible, and but you're in.
It's
and you're
a
stuck.
toxic relationship.
It is. It's non-stop action though, which is so exciting. But it was harmless at first. I was like, oh, cool, 1 season, 6 episodes.
And it's Nathan Fillion.
There are 6 seasons, 22 episodes each, 40-minute episodes.
It's back in the years when TV worked for their money.
Yeah.
Where are you?
We're in the. I'm in halfway through season 1.
Anyway, it's come at a really bad time because the Olympics is on, and Harry's been watching The Rookie over the Olympics. So Harry has been trying to get, because I know what it's like. It's so frustrating when you're watching something that no one else is watching because you want to be able to talk about it.
You're trying to get everyone involved.
So he wants me to be involved, and I said to him, I will not like it. I do not like it. He goes, you need to give me 2 episodes, and he goes, and then report back to me. I said, all right, no worries. The deadline's tomorrow, so I'm going to be watching 2 episodes today.
Yep.
But Harry, I put the bet on the table, and I said, if I do not like it, what do I get to do to you?
Slap me twice.
I'll cross the face.
And he also said
with his dominant hand.
Yeah, with his dominant hand, and he's going to do it out of the car window so he can go faster.
Yeah. So I said, Harry, we're not going to do it on property, on work property, because in HR. So we're going to
arms. I think you're going to be fine, Harry.
No, that's not getting in the car. So we're going to take it to the laneway, and I will slap you openly hard twice. But in return, Harry, if I don't watch it by tomorrow, Harry gets to slap me twice.
It's a slap for a slap, really, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, so tomorrow there may be some face slapping in the laneway of Nova. So
we're
gonna, HR, Amy.
You can't say that. You can't call HR.
No, we're not calling HR. I won't call HR.
Wait, you won't call?
No,
next, everybody.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Wet your whistle.
Wet your whistle at Frothtown, the ultimate beer and booze festival at Claremont Showgrounds on August 23 and 24. Get your tickets at froth.town. Drink responsibly.
Up for grabs, we've got 2 tickets to Frothtown at Claremont Showgrounds Saturday, 24th of August, plus $1,000 cash. All you need to do is identify the tunes that Nathan and Talisa are whistling.
Yes, it was a bit of a struggle yesterday.
They're pre-recorded, so this is as best as we could get it.
2 people that are going to be trying to do this is Scott from Carramar and Olivia from Singleton. Hello, Scott.
Good morning, mate. How are you?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Are you a good whistler, Scott?
Not very good, but hopefully I'm better at listening than I am at whistling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, today's going to be a bit of a struggle, but I think we're going to give you good clues. And I don't know, maybe I'm just being hard on myself.
Yeah, perhaps that's
Natalie, you know what I mean.
Although I heard it.
Yeah. Hey, Olivia.
Yes.
Can you finger whistle?
No.
No.
I've tried overseas, but I cannot.
Can you do traditional whistling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? The finger whistle. I don't know where I was when kids at school were taught that, but like
I don't think it was a school subject.
Well, how did everyone learn?
Oh, first you got your pen license and then you went to whistling class.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, were other parents teaching their children how to finger whistle? Then why didn't my parents teach me how to finger whistle?
There's a genetic predisposition to it, positioning of the teeth and the tongue and the mouth, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know, Natalie.
I don't know. I'm just
it's
trying
quite
to figure
simple,
it out.
guys. We're going to give you a good clue, right? And then we're going to play a recorded track of me and Talisa in the studio whistling, and then the first person to correctly identify the answer wins that round.
That's right. So you need to buzz in with your name if you think you know the answer. You get it right, you take that round. You get it wrong, we'll just keep going until somebody gets it, to be honest.
Keep going.
Let's test your buzzers. Scott?
Scott?
Working. A little bit of a delay, but okay. Olivia?
Olivia?
Yep. And remember, guys, you can jump in as many times and have a guess as many times as you want. Let's go to the first one. Now, this one is apparently...
Oh, Harry, what's going on? What's going on?
Scott.
Oh.
And I will always love you.
Scott?
So, hang
Scott?
on.
Yeah, and I will always love you.
Yes,
And,
Scott. We're having some sort of
Sorry, we're having a
difficulty.
technical... Sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Whitney,
We're
I will
having a
always love
technical
you.
difficulty. We are getting that 3 feeds at once, and they're all disjointed in time, and we can't tell what's happening.
And still the whistling doesn't make sense.
and now we're listening...
We'll play a song, we'll come back, and we'll give it another crack.
Natalie, never have we heard this.
I don't know what's happening.
What? Can I hear it?
Let's just get a song on.
Yeah, let's get it. Okay.
Let's just explain quickly what happened, Harry.
Well, we don't really know, but...
So, everything on my end of the desk was okay, and over on your side, everything went into delay.
So yes, we were hearing ourselves 8 seconds down.
And then we're hearing ourselves again later. It was like a Nathan and Nat lasagna of
Feedback
just layered
loop.
audio, and no one wants that. And we were like, we can't cope.
But we do know that Scott is leading Frothtown for Wet You Whistle for Frothtown tickets 1-0.
Oh, congratulations, Scott.
Well done, Scott.
There was a bit of panic
In
there.
amongst all the confusion, Scott, you did nail it. So it is time for round 2. This is, you're looking for a...
Are you guys there, by the way?
Superhero?
Scott? Yeah?
Yes.
Scott,
Yeah.
Olivia.
Sorry,
there.
apologies to that, guys.
It was a bit of a mess. Highly technical, brand new studios.
The next thing that you have to identify, we're going to be very clear about the category, and this is a theme for a superhero. Let's do it.
Scott.
Olivia.
Scott.
Batman.
Batman! 2-0.
Maybe our whistling's not that bad.
And is on the brink of victory.
How is this happening? This is a new one.
I've got kids.
Your kids.
You got kids, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Round 3.
Yeah. This is an interesting one.
A new version of an old song. Olivia?
Stumbling in.
Yes, Olivia! Yes, Olivia! Good comeback.
Congratulations for even recognising anything.
So Scott leads 2-1.
We're back in the
We've
game.
got a battle. We've got a battle on our hands.
Game, guys.
All right,
I
round 4.
hope you don't skip past commercials because this is a very well-known Aussie company's jingle.
Olivia?
Bunny?
Yes, Olivia! It's tied up at 2-2. We're going down to the
Phoenix. Rises Olivia.
Okay. Let's see if you can recognise this last one.
Okay.
It's going to be tough. Well, you're looking for a Beyonce song.
We were going to just tell you it's a hot song, but
it's a hot Beyonce song.
we need to tell you it's a Beyonce song for you to have a chance.
Narrows it down.
Think. But I don't know.
Round 5 for the win. Take it away.
Scott.
If you want it, you should have put a ring on it.
No. Nice try, though. Okay, you're both still in. Keep going. Scott.
All the single ladies?
No.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
It was released this year.
Olivia for the win.
Texas Hold'em.
Yes, Olivia. Now, Olivia, did you recognise the tune, or you just had a crack at a Beyonce song that was released this year?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was on
It all
from
came
my
together.
tongue,
You know
and
what,
then
Olivia?
said, yeah.
None of us know.
Doesn't matter, Olivia, because you are the winner. Doesn't matter how you did it. You've won 2 tickets to Frothtown at Claremont Showgrounds Saturday, 24th of August. That alone is great.
Woo.
But we're also giving you $1,000 cash. Liv?
Oh my God, thank you so much. It's my birthday on Sunday.
Oh, happy birthday.
What are you going to buy with your $1,000? A fun skirt?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's always
Maybe a skirt.
always an option.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for playing
too
both
bad,
of you
Scott.
through all of our technical difficulties. Thanks for sticking
That was
around.
a lot. We've never,
It was a lot.
guys, we've never experienced that before.
It
We've,
was wild.
It takes a lot to completely confuse us on air to the point where we can't speak, and that was that.
I mean, we're often dazed and confused, but that's the worst it's ever been.
That's the best I shall get.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Okay, so a young man has written to an advice column for
Great.
some advice.
Well, that would be the place to do it.
Let me read out his letter. He's on the computer.
Oh, he's typing.
Yeah. Dear Jane.
He's a great typist.
Yeah. Last month, I finally got a new job after being unemployed for a really long time. I'd gotten pretty desperate, so I was beginning to think I'd never find another paying role. By the time I went to the interview for this job, I basically had nothing left in my bank account. I was late on rent, and I had bills flying at me from every angle. I know a lot of people are feeling
Needed
this right
this
now.
job, right?
Yeah, needs it. I'm not saying this to try and elicit sympathy. More just because I want to explain why I took a bit of an insane step to make sure I'd land the job. The role I was going for, and now have, was in marketing, which isn't a field I have much experience in, but I was willing to take it on.
That's the spirit.
During the interview, it quickly became clear that, because of my limited experience, I wasn't the ideal candidate. You know when you feel it going south.
Yeah, you know.
But the recruiter and I seemed to get on, so I thought my best shot would be to win him over with my personality rather than my skill set.
Well,
personality hires, it's a thing.
Also, yeah.
Some people, they'll hire you for personality because of the vibe you bring into the company.
And also, personality works in marketing.
Yeah. We got talking, and he told me that he had a son who was around my age, 25. He said his son worked in banking and was doing pretty well for himself, but that their father-son relationship was going through a bit of a tough patch because his son had recently come out as gay and didn't think he handled the news in the best way.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
He's telling all this to a stranger that he's interviewing for a job.
They connected. They connected. What do you mean? I've gotten into real deep conversations with strangers off the back. So.
No, but when you're interviewing for a job.
Yeah, I think it can happen anywhere, to be honest. If you feel a connection, you can get deep. Yeah. I don't know what made me do it, but I decided to lie and tell him that I was gay too.
So he had a second chance at righting the wrongs.
Okay. Then, before I knew it, I was making up this whole fake sob story about what it was like coming out to my own parents and how hard it has been on them and how we are working really hard to get our relationship back on track. The whole time, I could see he was engrossed and his interest fueled my lies even more. At the end of the interview, he gave me a hug.
Oh, God.
And he put an exclamation point.
He's
gave me a
gone too
hug.
far. He's gone
And he
too
said
far.
that he was grateful to me for sharing my story and that he could tell I was a good kid who needed a break, and he offered me the job on the spot. Now, relief hit me like a truck.
Yeah.
But then came immediate guilt. I've been working for the company and with this guy for 2 weeks now, and I'm constantly paranoid that someone's going to find out my secret. I feel really shitty about what I've done, but surely I can't come clean without being fired. I can't afford for that to happen. So do I have to keep lying about being gay forever?
Only at work.
From lies and shame.
Only as long as he's got that job.
That is a crazy scenario you've gotten yourself into.
A
lie right off the bat that you have to. That is so in the forefront. It's not I've got a tattoo on my bum that no one will ever see.
No.
It is so in the forefront of who you are that you have to keep that going. People will be trying to hook you up with people they know.
You're going to have to keep yourself tidy at the staff Christmas party.
Just all of it. All of it. Even your house. Like, like gay people got their stuff sorted in their houses. If anyone from work comes over, you have to get rid of your boob posters.
You have to start curating your Instagram feed because it's got to be, you can't be just pictured with girls all the time. And new workmates are going to go on and check that stuff out.
So how does he get out of this? Dear Jane, she's given him some advice. She said, perhaps during a break time chat with colleagues, you could divulge that you're also finding yourself attracted to a woman. It's not quite a lie.
You're coming
not
out as
quite
bisexual.
the truth, but it solves the problem of you dating women. That was her advice. Her main advice was don't lie. But you know what? Lies happen, and sometimes you don't even realise they're coming out of your mouth.
Or sometimes you feel like you're backed into a corner and you just blurt it out, but then you've got to live with it.
Yeah, this is what we want to speak to people about if you have done this. Have you lied, right? So it's a lie, it's a big lie, and you've had to back it up and you've had to keep on going with it.
Yes, you've had to sustain the lie.
Yes. Lies that keep on going. They become lies that become your lives. That's what we're talking about right now. Hey, Tennille.
Hey guys, how you going?
Good, mate.
Okay, what did you lie about, Tennille?
I lied about having experience with MyOb accounting program to land the job. And I rocked up on the first day with a book called MyOb for Dummies. And I just winged it, and they didn't even say anything to me, and I just pretended that, I just use this book,
as
when I sometimes get stuck. And then I went on, and 20 years later, I actually do bookkeeping. Well, I own my own business now.
The lie became true.
So you faked it till you made it, basically.
I faked it till I made it. And, I worked for my parents' business doing their bookkeeping, and I've got my own business, Reparts WA in Perth, in Bentley. And I do the books for us there.
Hilarious.
Wow, that's the way I'd go for all my books needs, to be honest.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you think about covering the dummies part up with a sticker and maybe write for geniuses?
For experts.
Yeah, I just was this is my guy.
That's balls.
Can I tell you right now, we've experienced a girl that we work with here who's recently been out and about doing different jobs for her university, and she went to one place where she lied up the wazoo about what she could do on her resume.
Yes.
And then the daily struggle of her saying that she felt so anxious about going to work because she had to do something that she had said that she could do that she couldn't. Giant reports.
It's really, really difficult.
She was panicking.
Yes.
So that's the reality. At least she got through it.
Yes. A girl that we used to work with, I heard her once say loudly in the office, does anybody know how to use Excel? It's one of the things I lied about on my resume. And I said, one of the things?
Yes. I'd love to see what the other one is.
I know. Thanks, Tennille. Coralie, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Coralie.
Okay, Coralie. What was the lie that you had to sustain?
Okay, so I worked for an airline, and all the people in human resources were from an Italian background.
Yes.
And I sort of people always mistake me for being Italian.
Yes.
And they asked me if I was Italian, so I told them, yes, my father was Italian.
Yes.
So then they would give me everything that I wanted and all my annual leave and everything. But the downside was then they put me on international check-ins, with all the people going to Italy who could come and speak to me in Italian.
Oh, because you could
and
speak
I had no
Italian.
idea what they were saying. Yeah.
Charlie.
So I had no idea what they were saying, and I had to just smile and go along with it. And I tried to actually learn Italian so that then I could be able to speak to them in Italian.
That is a big lie to say that you're fluent in a language and you haven't even tried to study it yet.
Can you even make spaghetti bolognese?
I had said to them that I didn't speak it fluently, so I knew bits and pieces.
Yes,
but
of a very regional dialect, as it turned out.
Oh, my God. How long did that lie go for?
That went probably for a good year and a half.
Amazing.
Wow. You know what? Well done to keep it up for a year and a half, lying about knowing a language.
Sausages and jars of tomato sauce and everything.
Yeah. My mates at university had this group of friends who were going for a lease. And the house is beautiful now.
Yeah.
It was too beautiful for university students.
One
and
of
they
those
knew
unicorn
that.
houses.
It's gorgeous. Beautiful gardens and all that sort of stuff. So he said to me, hey, can you come with me and can we pretend we're a couple so we can get the lease? And I said, no worries.
Because they're going to pick a gay couple
there was so much
over a bunch of single guys.
So me and Mark went there and there was so much hand holding. there was a bit on there. He goes, I'm going to do this thing in front of them. And I said, yeah, because I'm pretending there's something on my face, like an eyelash. And he went,
cute.
You just got an eyelash. And he goes, blew off my face because he thought that's very intimate. So we got to this sunroom area, which would have been, they had so many sick parties in this place. But I went to this sunroom area in which he said, Nathan, this would be perfect for your art studio. I said, yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It's got really lovely natural light. And we're being so polite. Anyway, he got the lease. They wrecked that joint.
And that's the last time you had any physical contact.
Yes, that was it. That was it.
Sophie's in Rolling Stone. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, good,
All right,
Sophie.
Soph, did you tell a lie that you then had to sustain?
It was my best friend's wedding earlier this year, and you know how when you're at weddings, everyone asks you what you're doing with your life, and I didn't really have an answer, so I told everyone that I was moving to France, and now I'm going at the end of the month.
So it came true.
Or you're doing it so you're not being called a liar.
Yeah, what is it? What? So did you have before this, did you have any aspiration to move to France?
Well, I just got back from holidays from France.
Yeah, right. And you're like, it was really nice. I could live there. And so that's what just to sound more interesting, you told people that. And now you're going to do it.
Yeah.
What are you going to do then?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of
she's going to, you know what? She's going to live her truth. So she's not a liar.
She's going to eat croissant. So can you speak French, Soph?
A little. I've signed up to a school, so I'm going to go there and learn French for a few months.
Great.
If I can get a job.
How old are you, Soph? How old are you?
I'm 28.
No, that's the time to do it because you get stuck in life otherwise.
Do you know, are you going to go to Paris or do you know where you're going to move to?
I'm going to go to Lyon.
Oh, lovely.
What are you doing? Do you know anyone?
Do you know anyone?
I know a couple of people, so we'll see how it goes.
So you're literally just jumping into the abyss and go, I'm going to go and live in France because you lied about it at a wedding.
Yes.
To be honest, though,
I like your chutzpah.
It looks great. Emily's having a great time there.
Indeed.
Emily is loving it.
New series out soon.
So when are you going?
End of the month.
Okay, when you get there, can we speak to you? I just want to know what you... I just want to make sure you're okay. Can we speak to you? When you get settled, can you contact us?
Yeah, definitely.
Have you set a time limit or are you just going indefinitely?
I'm going for a year. I got the year visa and I just thought, I'll go. All of my friends are married, so I'm just going to go.
You were pushed to the brink at a wedding and this is what happens. Well, French men, they've got lovely accents.
We've had a couple of great calls there. I'm going to give you the first pick because you're going to be our French reporter.
We've got one more caller.
Do we?
Yes, we do. Yeah. Hang there, Sophie. Claire is in Perth. Hello, Claire.
Hello.
Hi,
all right, Claire. Did you tell a lie that you then had to sustain?
Yes, and it's a bad one.
Great.
Oh, yum.
We're going to settle in. Take it away, Claire.
Okay, so this is many moons ago, so please don't judge. But I was in a regional town trying to get a prac placement at a school, and it was so difficult that I finally landed, hopefully one at a Catholic school, and the only requirement was we had to sit with the priest. Can you see where I'm going?
Yeah.
So one of the big things was that they preferred someone of obviously Catholic faith. So I lied and I told them that my parents were Catholic but were not practicing the religion.
Yes.
But I really wanted to get back in and just be a part of the roots of it.
Claire, this is
And
the
they
worst lie of all.
They offered me the spot, and I was so petrified that every break I got, I sat with the religious teachers, because obviously we didn't teach it, to learn as much, and I got the kids to teach me as much as they could, so when we had to go sit it, I kind of knew what to do.
Wow. You know what? That's unbelievable, because if you don't know anything about religion, I mean, I found it very interesting when I learned about the New and the Old Testament, what the difference was. It's so layered.
Oh, there's a lot.
They're so layered.
But here's a fundamental part of it. Lying to a priest is bad. Like, I'm no expert, I'm no theologist, but lying to the priest's face.
But then again, Google
pretty
priest.
bad. I know, that's true.
Google priest.
That's true. That is true.
This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
All new Suzuki Swift Hybrid is here. Australia's best value hybrid. Win $20,000. A brand new Suzuki Swift Hybrid.
And a star. Hey, what's up? This is Troy Sivan. See me live. Your chance to win only with Nova.
Oh, yes, you just heard our theme song, I'm So Tired.
Yes. Gosh.
I love it, Troy
Had it on my face.
Time to put some people in the running to score $20,000 cash. A brand new 2024 Suzuki Swift Hybrid and a trip for two to New York City to see Troy Sivan perform at Madison Square Garden. The whole lot, one winner.
Hi, Leah.
Hello.
Hi.
Leah.
Look, I can hear your voice. That means that you are in with a shot to take this whole thing out.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're confident. I like that.
Yeah. How's your car sitch? All right?
That's my what?
Your car situation.
Oh.
What do you think I asked you?
Sorry, I wasn't listening. All good. But I could do with a new one. Be lovely.
Yeah. The problem is, Nathan, when you say car itch quickly, it sounds like you might have said arse itch.
How is your arse itch, Leah?
Keep scratching,
We'll
Leah.
talk about that later.
Okay. All right.
You're in the running. Well done. Chrissy's in Gooseberry Hill. Morning, Chrissy.
Hello.
Hi, Chrissy. What's the last concert you went to, Chrissy?
Oh, 21 Pilots.
Okay. That's a random response. I thought you would have said Coldplay.
When was 21 Pilots? When did you go to that?
Oh, it was a couple of years ago.
Was anyone else there?
21 Pilots.
What songs do they sing?
Harry?
21 Pilots.
Chrissy, I've got here in the system, level of concern, Heathens, ride,
Heathens?
stressed out.
Heathens.
I thought
Did you say heathen?
Heathens, tearing my...
Press play on Heaven.
I gotta go. You guys get to do the rest of this.
Press play on Heaven. Let's hear it.
Okay.
Good
okay.
heavens.
Okay, hang on. I'll get us to the hook. I'll get us to the hook.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know people would go to see these guys.
Just
In the high heavens.
Heaven forbid.
All right,
Amazing.
Chrissy's out.
Chrissy,
No, leave her alone.
Chrissy, you're in the running. Don't listen to Harry or Hari. Rosalind's in Treeby. Hello.
Oh, my God. Hi, Rosalind. All right, so wait, we've asked about a car. Okay, money. How's your bank account? Is it looking healthy? Have got many savings?
They could do with $20,000 more.
Yeah, it'd fill a bit of a hole.
Yeah. Not saying you'd save it. What would you do with it?
Do you know what?
Oh.
I would spend it on fencing on our property down south.
On fencing?
You mean like the Olympic sport?
No fences. I just bought a couple of little goats, and I'm thinking, God, I hope my goats stay on my fence.
Oh, you know what? As somebody who grew up on a farm with goats, the fences won't keep them in. They love to wander, goats.
I first thought you said I bought a couple little boats.
Everyone's hearing going today. What's happening?
Well, there you go.
Couple
money.
little goats.
Yeah, go.
Kids, keep the kids in.
Yeah.
All right, well, you're in the
thanks,
running,
Money.
Roz. Well, good luck. Pam's in Dianella. Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
Pammy.
Pam. Hi, Pam. Pam, is your car okay?
No, it's old. I need a new one.
How old is it? How old?
I need a Suzuki.
Okay.
It's
So-
9 years old.
My car before I got into my into my one now is it never had USB ports or anything like that. Like it was that old.
It still had handles that wound on the windows, didn't it?
No. It had electric, but it didn't have any of those. So when it's so strange when you come from a car that's probably a decade old, Pam. When you get into a new one, you are amazed by features that are industry standard that people know about, like the little light that indicates that a car's coming up behind you on your mirror. Never knew what that was until I drove one of those cars.
Oh, okay then. So I don't have to have the holes in the floor and pedal along that way there?
No.
Like Flintstone's car anymore?
Oh, no. The new cars still have holes in the floor. But good luck, Pam. You're in the running. Well done.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, more chances with Ross after 9 o'clock. And also hit up the Nova Player and register there because that can be a little bonus entry.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean podcast.
Great news, rugby fans. The Wallabies are going to be going head-to-head against the reigning World Cup champions, South Africa.
Are they?
South Africans, I think they're on their way.
Okay.
You get tickets at ticketmaster.com.au. It's happening Saturday, August 24th. It's going to be massive.
Yeah.
We've got a gold double pass.
What do you mean?
We've got a gold double pass.
Yeah, what does that mean?
No, it's just coloured gold. It's just printed on yellow paper.
Oh, so it gives you nothing different or just gold?
I think that might mean awesome seats.
We don't know.
As opposed to a green double pass? I don't know.
No, I think you guaranteed a seat.
Oh, we don't know that.
Shit. So gold. Okay, think about gold.
Gold.
What would you get? You could get a bottled water, probably. Would you?
No.
Gold.
I reckon they sound like they'd be good seats, don't you reckon?
Look, when you get there, just ask to speak to the bronze ticket people, see what they have and see what you have, and then that's what you have.
Exactly. It's going to be a big day out, though. You're going to love it.
Well, we don't know.
We've got...
We don't know your day. We
Does
don't know
anybody
your
want
life.
it? 13, 24, 10.
I think we've sold it well.
We'll give it to call at 10 right now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow on the show, Wet Your Whistle is back, Nathan. More whistling fun today. We had a technical hitch in the middle of it that blew our minds. We didn't know what was happening.
Yeah. Hey, Ross.
Mate.
Do you want to do some whistling?
Well, I feel confident, but I'm worried that I'll let you down. I feel like you've got very high standards for whistling.
Oh, no, they have dropped for 2024. They are in the gutter.
Okay, so because everyone's in the gutter, then even if I'm in the gutter, it's okay.
Ross, you're going to be our songstress for tomorrow.
A songstress?
Fresh from the gutter.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Outcast, Miss Jackson. Let's do it. Oh, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. And on the spot and into a mic under pressure.
I thought you would have suffered from performance anxiety just from what I know about you.
This is what Bella's told us.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.